common. I put it in this deck for defense as well. Defense draw, I have 2 of those, 2 Sakuratsu armors as well. Monster Reborn, staple for every deck. Gamma the Magnet Warrior, Wabuku. Say you don't have the Destiny Hero and you're just going at it. Well, you're gonna obviously need something to take the damage off, like take the edge off. So I have a Wabuku in here, and also I have a Karibo. Return from the different dimension. I have 2 of those because once I use Mega Rock, I'm gonna want to use the rocks that are out of play to hit them hard with 1 shot. Magical Stone Excavation. Say I don't have card destruction anymore, but I have like 7 or 6 rocks in my hand. Send 2 to the graveyard. Also Reincarnation. Bada bing bada boom. Get card destruction. Use it, draw, and what do you know? I have more rocks. Maybe draw another card destruction because I have 3 of them in this deck. Mirror Force, staple for every deck because you're gonna need defense no matter what. Gano Go, I don't know how to pronounce it. An opponent's monster that battles with this card is changed to face down defense position at the end of the damage step. I only have this card because it's a rock and it's more power to my Mega Rock. Go Giant, or common, card destruction, and that's it. All for 3 Egyptian gods I can't use and 1 Guardian of the Legend. Guilford the Legend with 5 sleeves. It's not a big deal. It's actually, I got the better trade. I'm working on a worm deck. I'm working on a worm deck right here. It's not that much yet, but I'm working on it, trying to get it up. I put most of my cards inside of the rock deck, so I doubt I'm gonna be able to make this deck soon. So once I sell the rock deck, I'm gonna buy more cards and sell the worm deck, and then I'm gonna see what I can do for the Flameville deck, plus the Blackwing deck. I'm trying very hard to get all these decks together. I'm keeping my main deck, my dragunity deck, and trying to get these others together, because as I go on, I'm losing cards and I'm not making enough money to make my cards back. So I'm gonna have to start finding a way of getting free cards, or if you guys can donate cards, I don't really know. But there was one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, or in this case tell you guys about. Recently I went to Washington State, not DC, the one near Utah, not the one near New York. Well, anyways, I went to Washington State recently, about a week or 2 ago, and when I went, I was visiting my brother in the army and his wife. While I was there is actually when I got a lot of these cards. But what was so interesting is that before that I had never played in a tournament, because here in Florida, Miami, they don't have a lot of card shops that I know of, so I'm running out of cards, and that's a problem for me. That's a very, very big problem for me. But when I went to Washington, it was actually very interesting, because the people there were actually very non-caring. They cared, they really did. It's just they weren't. It didn't seem like they enjoyed playing. It seemed like they were having fun, just not. I don't know how to explain it, but they were real cool. I made a few friends, and of course, like everywhere else, I made a few enemies. But while I was there, I had never ever played in a tournament, and I was as lucky as a duckling, and I had won 2 tournaments. Go me. I was actually pretty proud, but you know, you can't win everything. And I did lose about a couple of duels after I won the tournaments against the same people I had played with. Everybody says that the dragunity deck is suckish. I doubt that, because I've gone against a Chaos Dragon deck. I've beaten the Chaos Dragon deck. I have gone against a Gem Knight deck. I have beaten the Gem Knight deck. I have gone up against Black Wings. I've beaten Black Wings. I've gone against Machinas. I've beaten Machinas. I've gone against Elementals. I've beaten Elementals. I've beaten a variety, should I say, of decks, and this is just with one deck, with the same one, a dragunity deck, the one everybody says sucks, the one that everybody says can't win anything. I've won against 6Ms, I've won against Chaos, I've beaten many decks, and I just want to prove to everybody that you can't judge the deck. It's not about the deck. You can have the worst deck on earth. Doesn't matter if the guy or girl or the person themselves know how to use the deck or know how to use strategies against what they have in their hand, then it doesn't matter. It's on the person, not the cards. You either know how to do it or you don't. Because, say someone has an Exodia deck with 3 of each piece of Exodia. I know that's not possible because it's limited to 1 piece each, but just say. And say they had every card they had, they could have used to bring Exodia out like nothing. Well, guess what? Of course, if they don't know how to use the deck, they'll probably use the cards incorrectly and lose. Well, yes, that's most likely what would happen. But I'm trying to make these decks, and I wanted to speak about someone on YouTube that I've recently found and I viewed, and I find she's very outgoing and I like her perspective on things. I recommend you check out Dragon Duelist Girl on YouTube. Check out her channel, check out her page, subscribe to her. She is actually a very viewing person, and what she says is true. It's actually happened, and what are you gonna say? What can I say? She's got it down packed. Her perspective of things seems sensible, should I say. So, check her out. Once again, that's Dragon Duelist Girl. I think that's it for now. Well, let me think. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It was nice telling you a couple of stuff, and peace.